Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Hope you guys are all doing well. So, I a bit of an interesting idea, I suppose. Um, I had this thought recently of like, man, I always played so many Ace Attorneys like off stream. I was with them on my own time. But then I thought, what if I did one on stream at some point? I wasn't sure when I was going to do it. Turns out it's going to be today. But I thought also, which one would it be? Because obviously I would want to do one I've never done before. And so I thought, well, I guess I do have the Great Ace Attorney. So why don't we do that? So, I guess I'm backstory for myself on like Ace Attorney is like a series. I played the original trilogy back in high school, like 10 years ago. Um, I then played Edgeworth, then Apollo. Then I think I played what is it? I think I then played Dual Destinies and then Spirit of Justice. That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else after that. But yeah, that's basically like my experience with like Ace Attorney as like a series. I've played like most of them. I think all that's left after this one, I guess, would obviously be like, what is it? Edgeworth 2. But yeah, I've been really curious about this one for a while. I've heard very good things about Great Ace. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Sure, why not? Why don't I just do this today? Because it was really funny. I was so set on doing Persona 4 Golden today. And then I was like, wait, shit, I think I actually wanted to play Metaphor soon. So I'm like, maybe I don't want to do that. So I'm like, you know what? A little bit different. I played a lot of RPGs recently. Why don't I do something different like a visual novel? So yeah, Great Ace Attorney it'd be. It's got Flarga, Zambrini, Bobo, Sagami. Say, Flarga, thanks for the 88 months, and Sagami for the 39 months. Dude, Flarga, 88 months is nuts, by the way. I'm just like, oh god. I'm gonna hit 100 in like a year. That's crazy. As in like 100 months of being an affiliate. Oh, thinking about it, shit. Oh, I completely missed my fucking anniversary recently, didn't I? Shit, I just realized that. Fuck, when was that? November 6th, I streamed that day? Oh yeah, fucking November 6th when I did like this like Sonic Racing Crossworlds like Ichiban Festival stream. Oh my god, that was a fucking streaming anniversary date for me. I forgot about that. That was my 8 years of streaming anniversary when I did the Ichiban Festival. Oops. Oh well, forgot all about that. Apparently told just today. That's okay, it's not a big deal. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of been like, I've been so busy with work and stuff recently, and just kind of like, just life in general, that I'm just like, I guess it just kind of slipped my mind completely until today. But yeah, let's get this started, shall we? Select adventure, special contents, probably don't want to bother with that, options. Music on, effects on, voices on, yes. Sound vibration, screen flash, that's fine. Subtitles on, yes. Text skip, no. Transparency, low or high. I think we'll keep it on low. Wait time? Oh, for like auto play stuff, huh? Okay. Maybe like, I don't know, like 2 seconds maybe? Yeah. Language, English, story mode. Turn this on to enable story mode in place of autoplay, allowing you to progress through the game automatically without having to press any buttons. Answers to questions, presentation of evidence, etc. are all handled on your behalf. Interesting. It's probably something I don't want to do, of course, but yeah. Also, yeah, definitely, like Flagger says, no spoilers. So that's what the blind command is for, which I'm going to actually have that pinned. I know it kind of depends on the game, obviously, but I think for a game like this, I'll definitely kind of enforce that, because it's like a story-based game. So, yeah, select the adventure. Select adventure. Oh, probably don't want to like look too much into that. I assume I'm on the first one. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume it's just on the first one right now because it says new game. Let's just not mess with that too much. Yo, animated cutscene. So I do know that this was a 3DS game originally.
After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence. to this far eastern island nation.
Oh, I know what this game is. That like it takes place in like kind of like London and like Japan and like I think like late 1800s. I think.
Exciting and unsettling.
It's like not early
It was a period
1900s.
of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
I was a High Clover. Hope you're doing good. Same to you, Marcus. Uh-oh.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Oh no. It's him, that guy. I've seen him before. Episode 1, The Adventure of the Great Departure. So I know that like with the English version, this did get like a dub, I believe. Because I think it was just Japanese only before. Adjust the volume a little bit, oh my gosh. The 22nd of November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, I can't read today. Defendants, Antechamber 5. The history option, interesting. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How could it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares, murderer. Sorry. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough. Who the hell? He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. This guy seems cool. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you, you haven't even graduated yet. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Right, Ryunosuke? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Kazuma's his name, eh? There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Kazuma, yes, I'm Kazuma. Of course not, you have to believe me. You mentioned further. Oh, actually, no, I've never done Golden before, Flarga. That's why I like, what is it? I was gonna like do a full stream playthrough. The thing is, actually, Golden was a stream promise playthrough, and like I almost did it today. So yeah, I've never actually played Golden before, just the original P4. No, that'll probably be next year at this rate, because I don't think I'm finishing Great Ace before, like, Mag. I'd be shocked if I finish Great Ace, like, before Mag. I know this game's long. I expect this to go for a couple months. I could never murder someone. Then that's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean... I believe you. I know you're innocent. I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Yo, I didn't see you were live with this. Would have rated. Yo, Peter. How's it going, dude? Hope you're doing good. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend, also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive, considering he's still an undergraduate. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyer is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much, yet... You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. Oh, that's not Rinosuke. I'm proud of a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Is it too much to ask if I can join for this? I mean, I don't mind. Congratulations, Kazuma. Looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. But yeah, Peter, if you want to, I don't mind. Just like hop on one of the calls or something. In the meantime, I guess.
What's up?
What's up?
Can I see the... Okay, thank you.
Yep. There you are. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you, and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing about around his temple. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean and see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. Fly over that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then, partner. He seems nice.
He faded from existence.
I know. I'm sure there's no homoerotic tension between them whatsoever.
Why would there? This is Ace Attorney.
Yeah, you're right. It's Ace Attorney. Everyone's Ace Attorney. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. They seem like good friends. Asugi, may I have a word? Who's this? Oh, look at this guy. Ah, Professor, I didn't know you were coming. So did you want to do Professor Peter?
Yeah, sure. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now, Asugi. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers.
To His Excellency's chambers? Why?
He was looking for you before.
Discord time. Okay.
You advocated for the defense in this trial. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result.
Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Inosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma.
Look at those 5 bald men. Oh, no, you now only can see 4 of them.
Bald men?
Ryonosuke, look at the 4 bald men behind me.
One day, Ryonosuke, you too will be part of these bald men. You will grow bald.
I believe in you.
How old are you, Ryonosuke? 18? Well, we'll give it about 12 years.
That's a little too real.
You will begin losing hair then. Congratulations. Hair loss is beginning to form. Oh, this is awkward.
I agree. If I may.
Yeah, sorry?
You must be the defendant. Ryonosuke Naruhodo, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at UMA University.
Ah, Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Cosmo studying abroad.
Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know.
No, what?
Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again.
Oh, interesting. What?
As I suspected, you are unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you.
He's agreed to defend me. And that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing?
The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances.
I don't believe it. But I didn't do it, I swear it. I'm not a murderer.
I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial.
Peculiarities? Sorry, what do you mean?
You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway.
Know this music, though? But then what should I do?
Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction.
Right, so...
As soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, "I do."
I do? But what will the question be?
Do you want to be married?
Only to my love, Kazuma. Surely not... Do you accept the accusations brought before you?
Of course not.
Defendant! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once.
It would seem our surreptitious discussions are about to be cut short.
Cut short. Ah, I see. Like my umbilical cord when I was a child.
So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must be the defense lawyer in this trial. Must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
I can't make up my
as
mind
the
today.
defendant, the final decision is yours.
What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving. There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Cosmo's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny.
No, Dual Destiny is a different one.
22nd of November, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. I can't say that word. Judicature Courtroom 2. His face.
The wind always follows him.
This is a courtroom. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the look of these people sitting in the public gallery. Did you show me your badge yet? Oh wait, you don't have your own trial for murder? Yeah, no badge here, sadly. Hope you're doing good, KB. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now, you need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Just fucking here. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
It's ouchie, not pain.
Ouchie!
Don't worry, I got this.
The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
Holy shit, alright. As is the defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedures for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it. This must be the question. Who's gonna defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do... I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Answer, I do. Your Excellency, no confirmations needed. Oh, don't think it mattered too much. As I'm standing here beside the defendant...
Yes!
What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be... what? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose.
I also said you two would be married.
How sad. Means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off? In like the courtroom or like... This is an insane screenshot out of context, dude.
Oh, Lupichin's gonna have a great time with this game.
No, it's not that, really. It's just that... Look at the gay undertones. It's just that... Well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel. Which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba should have stuck his nose in. Just have a legendary line. Hi, Anna. Hope you're doing good, friend. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Oh. Does the accused admit defeat already, renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Objection!
Objection! Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Hmm? Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. Johnny really is Phoenix's ancestor. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, trying to look so bewildered.
Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court. He must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
I love his, like, stupid fan. Options. Do I get, like... I get records. Perhaps no story stuff quite yet. Oh my... Whoa, how many slots do I get? Whoa, 20 slots!
20.
Wow! So I was just like, I just want to make a save slot. I just saw how many I got. That's crazy. As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. Is it therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken? My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The name of the victim, eh? Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I'd care to remember. But... wait. Oh, I'm so nervous I can't remember that. Oh, hang on. Why is my internet dying? Oh, wait. There we go. I think it's back. Okay. They got a bit of a blip for a moment. I think we're good now. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Ryunosuke.
I was having favorite issues earlier in my stream.
What's up, Peter?
I was having bitrate issues earlier on my stream, so there might just be something going on.
Ah, okay. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank? You know me so well. Wait, hang on. Like, get your mind's gone blank is another crazy one. My god, these bitches gay. Good for them. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with the press of R1. If you can't tell, playing on the PS5.
Yo, Fortnite!
I uninstalled it, fine. I reinstalled it and uninstalled it again because I'm not going into reasons why, but let's just say that I have my reasons.
At least it went off with a bang.
Yeah, it went off with a bang. Last thing I ever got, Homer Simpson. That's all. That, you know what? I'll end on Homer Simpson. There we go. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press R1 for the court record? Alright, no time to lose. This is a list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with R1. Oh, Cosmos 23. Oh, so at least I guess then that would mean that Ryunosuke is like early 20s. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, press circle to go back. Let's see here. Kazuma Asogi. A second year at the Imperial Yumei University. My best friend, despite being a student, a qualified defense lawyer as well. Also a fantastic lover. Yujin Mikotoba. A medical school professor at the Imperial Yumei University. Authority in forensic medicine and Cosmo's mentor. Takatsuchi Ouchi. Hi, Limit. Thanks for the lurk, bud. Appreciate it. I think you're trying to still be... Actually, I forget... No, Limit, you should still be blind in this one, I want to say. So, like, you know, I don't blame you if you, like, can't be around. I do appreciate the lurk, obviously. The lead prosecutor of this case. Trying to avoid spoilers. I'm not... Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, exactly, dude. I understand. Like, but appreciate you with the lurk command there. I really should just get the fucking, like, channel alerts. Or the, channel point lurk thing or something. No, actually, I have one. No, I fucking have a channel point lurk thing. At least I think I do, don't I? No? I thought I made one. What the fuck? Ugh. Okay, I gotta make one later, apparently. Let's see. The lead prosecutor of this case, who would appear to have a little love for the changes the Cultural Reformation has brought about. John H. Wilson. The victim of this case. He was a visiting professor of medicine at Yumei University from the British Empire. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. How's the volume, by the way, guys? I mean, it needs to be like turned up or down or anywhere. Might like bump volume on the game down a tiny bit. Now, you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Translation thing, Wilson was not that character's original last name due to copyright concerns. Interesting, okay. Well, so hello, Mr. King. Hope you're doing good, dude. Find the victim in the People's section of the court record, then press triangle to present. Try it now. It's Wilson. That's what I would say if it wasn't actually a Sogi.
Yes!
Yes! The victim was none other than Cosmo Sogi.
Objection!
Oh, then why is that pompous-looking boy with a bellowing headband still there standing next to you?
Oops. Oops doesn't do that justice. Not content with having killed Dr. Wilson, now you're claiming my murder as well? I haven't killed anyone. Then concentrate and actually read the court record before you answer. I must say you are not instilling the court with much confidence here. Quickly, give him the correct answer before he returns his gavel on you. Find the victim of the people. Yep, alright, got this. Right, okay. Actual. Wait. Nobody's like ouchie now.
Yes!
The victim was none other than Takatsuchi Ouchi. Then who's the uptight, bespectacled top-knot standing opposite?
Who's a bespectable stop not?
Sorry, for some reason that just came out. Even though I know it's wrong.
Perhaps you're unaware that I am a master of ancient no-style sword art? A pathetic little child like you would be sliced to pieces before you even tried to take even came close to taking my life.
I wouldn't provoke that proud out of spirits. He might draw his blade on you. I thought courtroom sparring was supposed to be done with words. Same dialogue? Same dialogue, okay.
I didn't say bespectacled, correct?
Yes!
Yes. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. So I guess what was his original name if he had to have a name change? Oh, he was,
Ha ha ha!
oh, he was Watson. Oh, okay.
Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university.
Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yuma University 3 years ago. This is making me want to continue playing this game. Do it. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. What, yo, Judge, is that like some lotion next to you? What is that? The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. It can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our own soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperium University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor?
I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. Huh. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why it's Charles these unusual peculiarities, is it? Yuma means famous, so it's just the prestigious Imperial Famous University. Ah, okay. Yeah, I remember like for the longest time this game like didn't get like a localization, and then people were like, "Oh man, this will never get localized," and then it was like, "Oh man, Edgeworth 2 will never get localized," and then they both got localized. Oh, I guess you could argue all three because I know Great Ace is like 2 games as like one package, which is cool. Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. In English class tomorrow, then, partner.
I don't know why I never thought about Cosma gives me like Proto Man vibe.
Proto Man vibes. Interesting. I can kind of see your logic. I think some of the Sherlock Holmes stories are public domain. I think there's like some aspects of Sherlock Holmes that are also public domain, but not all aspects of them are. It's weird. It's something like that. Like, I think like his emotions are not public domain. It's something really fucking weird like that. Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. Should go and say hello. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Some of them are public domain. Sherlock showing emotions is not public domain. Only public domain Holmes you can do is static character. You can't be happy or sad or whatever. It's stupid. Yeah, that was the weird thing about it. Yeah. My original story of Holmes is in public domain, but due to modern renditions of him, he is in a gray area of being public and not public. Okay. Yeah, because that's all I remembered about Sherlock Holmes, is that it's a really fucking weird gray area.
Oddly specific.
Yeah. And, of course, no surprise, it's Disney. Because, like, I mean, no surprise, Disney was, like, a big, like... I mean, that's the reason why we only just got the original Mickey Mouse as public domain, like Steamboat Willie Mickey, is just because of how much Disney was just fighting for copyright stuff. I think, technically speaking, we should have had Steamboat Willie. If the copyright stuff didn't change, Steamboat Willie Mickey, I think, would have been public domain, I think, at least, like, 30 years ago or so. Maybe, if not, maybe, like, 40. I forget the exact timeline originally. Yeah, it was moved back, like, it was, like, 3 times it was moved back, yeah. Disney doesn't all copyright, as 90s. Conan Doyle State jumped on that, and that's why Holmes is in this weird period he is now. Okay. That's why you get fun things like TV Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch and alongside movie Sherlock Robert Downey Jr. Discombobulate. So Steamboat would have been originally 97. Okay. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did the Professor of Medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death? Well, obviously, that was, Ryunosuke. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death, and select present. Do it now. Let's see, the pin. Proof that I'm a student at the Imperial Yumei University. Oh, he's wearing on my column on my uniform jacket. Or post-mortem report. Not even autopsy report. I guess autopsies weren't a thing yet? Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. John H. Wilson, male British, time of death, the 19th, November, after 2 p.m. Using a bullet fired at close range. Fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma. No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body. Give it.
Yes!
That's a long-winded way to say in the Japanese version, the victim was simply Dr. Watson. The evidence that clearly shows the victim's cause of death is, of course, this. And on what basis do you present this evidence? Well, because it was on the court record, of course. Slow down. Why'd you pick that? Is there something more relevant looking? Well, now just say that, I suppose. Picked the wrong piece of evidence again. It won't be a mystery as to your cause of death. Yikes, he sounds and looks deathly serious.
Ah, toxic yaoi.
Toxic yaoi.
Yes!
Well... According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Hemorrhagic, huh? I like this little, like, little model, just him, like, shuffling through the pages. Little
I think
scrunkly.
Ryunosuke has the best animations in the game, next to another character.
It's very scrunkly.
Learn to read, you imbecile! That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Also, she's an English major, yeah. Sorry, yes, that's right. The, post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. Here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. Well, I'm not going to be testing any of this later.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime.
Shot through the chest, there's a stake behind
You can
him.
clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powdered explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
He had such a nice stake, though. What a waste of a stake. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. A photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail's incredible. Local man finds out pictures. Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
Oh boy, Ace Attorney witnesses, huh? Let's see how this one is. This is it then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes. Clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah, of course. He was speaking with me before. He simply said, Kazuma Sogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Well, if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Say, that headband's impressive. How does it move like that all the time?
Wind.
The wind.
He's an air.
The butler. Or probably a waiter, actually.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Of course. My name is Satoru Hasunoga. I am the head waiter at Western-style restaurant called La Carnaval.
Le Carnaval. Oh, what? Oh my god, he's bleeding. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some,
It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me.
Well, it really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's Southeastern Quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, and what is that?
I guess Occidental?
An Occidental eatery 3 days ago.
English is fun.
I think I would
Understood.
remember that word since I played this.
Understood. Osanoga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
At once, sir.
No petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring, maybe, but aspiring?
It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have a few dinners at the table at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied.
That fits in with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in that place.
It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery, and cutlery.
That's close enough, right? Bang.
A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes!
Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
Objection!
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections.
You know what? I figured it out. There was something about Ouchie's, like, objection that was reminding me of something. I couldn't piece of what it was until just now. It sounds like 4Kids Usopp to me. That's what it is.
It does!
The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But... the next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you'll be penalized, Defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness.
If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today?
Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else on the table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
Huh? Wait, what did he just say? Yeah, that's weird. Hang on a second. There was no one else around that table. What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello. There was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. A woman? Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? Those glasses. Oh, he's got the little, like, fucking, like, animated glasses thing with those, like, completely clouded shades. Interject.
Yes!
Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Objection!
Me, dear me. What are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I'm sure of what I saw. Osanoga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is lazy? Or hazy?
No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
I don't believe it.
Ahem, ahem.
If I have this VA right, this is English Ouchie's first Ace Attorney game, but he was in CW3 as Travis. Oh, okay, Travis in 3. Alright. Kind of like a bit of a random NPC character, but still like a still a pretty, like, good one. 'Cause at least I remember Travis a lot being like, yeah, like Monica's lieutenant, and like, you did interact with him a lot for like quests and stuff.
I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please have a look if you'd like to.
Let's see what we got here. Let me see. Ah, a sketch of this establishment, of the layout establishment. Drawn by yourself, I presume.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
Well, you're clearly a very conscious waiter.
Thank you, sir.
Bang. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Well,
Oh? Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
of course. Here you are.
He's sweating. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. Just gonna let him die for a moment. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court record.
So, the court has now heard a process of the case.
Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Stop, please. He's dying. This isn't about him. Defendant Naruhodo. Ozzy, what's up, Rex? Hope you're doing good, dude. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt to this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has to fight decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
Decisive evidence, huh? Interesting. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, I'm gonna be found guilty on one way or the other. Would it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You've said it, Professor Makotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? Is that what he calls it? What? If the accuser is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just gonna abandon that duty? Are you gonna just give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Indeed. Prosecutor Ouchi, please continue with proceedings.
Yes. Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be.
Ugh.
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witnesses.
Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once. Who the hell? Oh, I know. These guys were at the restaurant, too.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Ieyasu Nosa, reporting for duty, sir.
Myself, I find employers and purveyor of fine articles of antiques from the effervescence of the nation Nippon. And conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premise in the second district, Kurikuta at your service.
An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon. And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business.
I can't understand a word that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at Le Carnaval. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets Le Carnaval because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
KB, thanks for that sub to Peter. Much appreciated, dude. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Affirmative. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. It was that black uniform rogue infantryman over there who unlocked and loaded his firearms, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the other. I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. Now go eat dinner? No worries, KB. Go eat dinner. Enjoy. The soldier's
Bye-bye,
claiming that
thank
he
you.
actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, you started to feel uncomfortable. If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moments that the incident occurred. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What was that noise? Standing by, ready to report, sir.
Unsavory memories of the most
What word is that?
Acerbic? Acerbic?
Most acerbic afternoon.
The way I could think of that noise that I just heard was like what he's wearing. He's got like a baby behind him or something. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio in the military to the military gentleman.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. Oh my god, I think he's actually carrying a baby with him. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back the cavalry little weasel. He's always got a hand behind him, like he's carrying the baby. It's like a little baby strap.
I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio.
Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy.
What times we live in, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryunosuke? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. You know, a normal person behavior.
Yeah, remember what they say, pick up every gun you see.
Yeah, obviously. It certainly won't mess up your life or anything. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got from my seat to leave the restaurant. I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, bang. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is? Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? Do it now.
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice.
Certainly. The testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty... What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? The defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
Dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Huh? How did he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously had no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Cosmo is so commanding. My head's in the gutter, apparently. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, that's where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means that what that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. Alright then, it's all or nothing. I loved him looking back at his hands. Cross-examination. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Alright. Let's do how I usually do it. Which is to say, at the start of it, like examinations, I tend to save.
Yes!
Oh, hi, Jacob. Hope you're doing good, dude. Why aren't you saying anything? Is this some new interrogation technique? I hadn't actually thought of what I wanted to ask. Just ask about anything that catches your attention. Anything that bothers you. Alright then, this beefsteak you mentioned, what kind of food is that? Attention! Beefsteak is a delicious cut of veal, vigorously cooked on a cast-iron grill, and served piping hot. Oh.
Well, veal isn't beef.
Because it is not beef, typically. Veal and beef are different. If food could receive medals of honor, beefsteak would be almost as highly decorated as a cutlet. Right, I see. Thank you, sir. So, next question. Gonna be Persona 4, we got Chie here. Yeah, Chie looks a little different. This cutlet you mentioned, what kind of food is that? Oh my god, Ryunosuke. This is not how you do court. Attention! Cutlet is a delicious cut of veal, tossed in the breadcrumbs and deep-fried cooking oil. Accept your guilty verdict. Atone for your crimes, and when you're released from prison, try it. Yes, sir, I will, sir. On the double, sir. Sorry to interrupt, but how about trying to stick to questions that are relevant to the case? Oops, sorry. I'll do my best. So, next question. Is it just me, or do you keep hearing a sort of wah crying noise? Negative. Well, at least we've learned that he's a big beef lover. Affirmative. It's not easy knowing what questions to ask. Prime Presser. Yo, I got a trophy. For having successfully pressed a witness during the first cross-examination in both Great Ace Attorney Adventures and Resolve. Yippee.
Same thing.
Yep, same thing as before.
Yes!
I don't need to read the green text every time. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Koban, boy.
A Koban? You mean an old Edo coin?
The day prior to the incident, a treasure of exceptional value from the Hoei period entered my possession. I took myself to the restaurant the following day with said items secretly in my bosom pocket. In the hope of an affluent...
What word is that?
Perhaps cognizant?
cognizant praise of its indisputable value being present.
You know, despite being in Japan, they're using a lot of fancy English words.
So, you were hoping to sell your Kaban coin? To Sergeant Nosa, whom you met at the restaurant?
Yes, yes, it's quite clear where you're going with this, boy. You were about to assert that a penniless soldier would have no hope of purchasing a precious koban. Isn't that so?
Well... You little upstart cadet. You want to add disrespecting a superior officer to your list of crimes, do you? Blatant subordination. No, I didn't say anything. Although, penniless might be just the word I was looking for.
In any case, the hour was already advanced beyond that of the midday luncheon.
Sorry, it blipped again.
Oh, all good. That was someone on my side.
There remained precious few presents with whom I could engage in discourse about matters of business.
The gentleman beside me, who was grappling with
No,
his...
it's me.
Oh, wait,
The
sorry.
gentleman aside me, who was grappling with his brazen veal at the time, was my sole prospect.
I see. Power discharge. I my own eyes. I want to see something here. Hang on. How do I can actually present it. I want to see something here. Magnifying glass, eh? What's it? Okay, what does he tell me something about? Entrance and kitchen. There's probably a reason why they're giving me this. The question is why? Why were they giving me a magnifying glass?
So you can look at things.
True.
I don't think I've ever found the magnifying glass to be helpful, but that's because I'm on Switch when playing this, so I could just double tap home.
Must be written somewhere in this page I'm just not seeing yet. Of course, the photograph there. I was obviously eating like what looks like a steak. Got shot in the right side of the chest. Just want to report. Short of the 2 p.m. Single bullet, close range. Fatal hemorrhage, no exit wound. Did not pass through the body. That's gonna probably be important, I imagine. Okay.
Yes!
So, you said that you actually saw me at the time. Affirmative, I saw you. Laughing, cackling like a madman as you trained the barrel of your gun on an English civilian. That's impossible. I love like the fucking wet slap of his hands on the desk.
Very good.
Allow me to confirm just one point, please. What's that, Private? Thinking carefully about the statement you just made, it seems to me that it must have been just after you heard the gunshot that you looked over to the victim's table. And so what if it was? Well, if that really is the case, it would mean that you did in fact see the precise moments when the killer actually fired the gun. R and double R. My sixth sense. Sorry? My sixth sense of danger. I picked up the waves of murderous energy radiating from your foul mind. Which means, a split second before you pull the trigger, I was looking right at you, cadet. Surely that's not really possible, is it? You think I'd have got where I am today in the army if I couldn't sense danger in the air, son? Well... It would seem this soldier is absolutely convinced that he saw you do the deed. This is not good. Soldier's convinced, eh? Wait. The black uniform varsity cadet fired the English civilian, and from the back. Hold on. From the back. He was shot from the front. Yeah, hang on a second. He was shot from the front.
Yes!
Objection. You're stupid.
What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Dressing some photographic print of my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. Oh, sorry, that's you, sorry.
What nonsense! What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth.
I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom.
Ah, this is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. Could it be more plain? To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Kazuma, what?
What are you talking about?
It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic prints presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement.
What?
Sergeant Ieyasu Nosa. Yes, sir. What, sir? Oh, wait. No, I've been saying his name wrong this whole time. It's not Ieyasu, it's Ieyasu.
Yes or no, no sir is the pun.
It's a Ieyasu. It's a yes sir, no sir. Army Sergeant of the Empire of Japan wins the incident, and then Kyoryu Korakuta. Like, curious something, I guess is the idea?
Kiryo.
Like Curio?
Kiryo Kurakuta is what Kate said.
The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir, affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military grade eye, sir.
Yes!
Yes. But no, that just can't be. Why not, cadet? Because... Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Ah. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? The baby. Oh, like, get the fuck back there.
What baby? I don't see anything.
What the... What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back when he pushed it down again. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the facts. Wrong voice. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge. My eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious Le Carnival steak, sir.
What?
The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Yesa Nosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all.
That's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Inconsistencies here. For successfully presenting evidence for the first cross-examination occurs in both 1 and 2. How do I keep saying for both 1 and 2? I'm only playing the first one so far.
I think because you can start the second one.
I guess so. I could just... But my understanding is that it's a continuation, so why would you start the second one, like, first?
Because people were crazy.
I guess. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial. Just that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. God, they say it? They say it? Alright.
Roll credit.
Roll credits. But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back.
Yes!
I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either.
Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
What were you doing on the floor? Doing the dinosaur? Too busy on the floor. Sorry, what were you doing?
Hunting for treasure.
Treasure?
Indeed! The Hore Koban, my prize coin!
Did you just shatter that bottle?
On each occasion when I visit the restaurant,
Sorry, pause again.
my
Okay.
it is my
Not habitual.
Because habitude?
habitude to place it in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute.
In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you?
On the day under scrutiny, it was the military band that I proffered my Hoey treasure. Believe that ye would purchase such a rare find, I did not, but I was present with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes from the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished. The Koban vanished? Hunting around under the table, I was in case mayhaps it had fallen there. And then it happened.
You heard the gunshot, you mean?
Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hoey treasure. Nothing could distract me.
Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
No.
I see.
That lamentable day, the precious Hoey Koban was lost to me. Lamentable day. Laminated table. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
As I am sure everyone else present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on the trial right now. What is your wish, Professor Ouchie? Or sorry, what is your position, Professor Ouchie?
Ha ha ha! Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. Might witnesses have further testimony to make?
Oh boy. Explain.
Upon hearing their next statement, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear?
As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir, it was, sir. Why didn't you signal to testify, sir? Excuse me, but there's something, or someone, peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name Ido. I don't know, sir. You've seen those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. No tension. Your father's about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. The fucking snot bubble. God, this series is so funny with its witnesses, I swear. The true culprit. Even if what I saw was the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing.
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. That much I myself did see.
Furthermore, a visual search of the premises of the town confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Indeed. Alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself.
Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. These tests. Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Please, enough of these outbursts already.
But that was a woman. That was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her.
Objection!
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies.
Ugh.
It is evident beyond any reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
This is a photographic print of the scene of the crime, Counsel. What?
Indeed! of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident.
Huh. So, like, Happy Ridge there. I feel like that stake... No, that is the Happy Ridge still... I think I still see the Happy Ridge. Yeah, it is still there. But... No, that can't be the entire stake. No, the bottom part was definitely eaten a bit. Someone ate this steak afterwards. Who the hell was hungry?
Can plainly be seen, there is only one place set.
Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. Photograph prints of the crime scene added to court record. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt.
Second.
These are very sensitive political times. As we all know, the ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Takasuchi Auchi, would have contributed to the amenity of these two great empires is an honor.
That's a mood, Rinosuke. That's a mood. Just gotta lay your head down and just, you know, put your hands over your head like that. Just like, oh, fuck. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Rinosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, there's something else going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma.
Draw out the truth. I love Persona 4. That's a lie.
The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick, understood?
Tisk, rules can be so unbending at times.
Ugh. The true culprit. Do a quick save here. I'll use just one save file, clearly. Which is actually a bad idea. I probably didn't do that. Okay, so evidence-wise, I need to figure out what I can do with the stake. Only personnel presence. Okay, can't really prove that wrong. Dining all by himself. That, I think I can dispute. Because either the steak, I either present the dead man with the steak uneaten, or I present the crime scene photograph. Oh, but there's a problem with the percent. Wait, no. It's not that. I need to look for, if possible, evidence of another patron. That's the big thing here.
Yes!
Press this one a bit. So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone?
That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in. So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the inconstable evidence we have to support their statements as well. As can clearly be seen, there is only a single beefsteak at the victim's table. A meal for one.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, no. I don't believe you. Okay, I believe you. The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? I'm perfectly honest. I have absolutely no. Oh, sorry, it's Reno's. Okay. If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. That wasn't it then.
Yes!
Why aren't you telling the truth? What did you say, you cadet? I clearly remember. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Unfortunately for you, defendant. No, it's just not a case. It's not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said the victim was alone. That's right.
Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady.
But I...
If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof.
Which I don't have.
And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time.
There's something I can say to that. What do you think, Ryunosuke? What's the matter? I can't find anything. I can't find a clear discrepancy anywhere. I'm done for. I can't win this trial. No. Listen, the first thing to do is calm down. You can't expect witness statements to be full of holes every time. So just take your time. Try to tease more information out of them first. What do you mean? You choose to either press or present against each of the witnesses' statements. Witnesses say something you're suspicious about, press them on it with the L1 button. With a little luck, you may get more details, which could prove to be crucial. Right, I see. The important point is, there's no sense in holding back. If anything even slightly jars with you, press the witnesses on it, and press them hard. Alright, got it. I'll press them like blocks of tofu. The professor wasn't alone in that restaurant, I'm sure of it. In one way or another, this cross-examination is gonna prove I'm right. Sound impress them for all they're worth. My fate depends on it. Try and go back into bits. Must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
Objection!
You have been at
Let me learn how to read.
As you have been at pains to point out time and again, I feel I'm growing callous in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman.
If only there'd been more people dining there at that time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurants. I know. Of course the place was almost empty. That's what you'd expect. Certainly. 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone.
Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason.
There was?
This was found in the victim's jacket pocket.
Evidence. What is that, Counsel?
It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
Hotel Clinic. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident.
So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case.
I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Should I ask for the report card to be submitted? Yeah, I think I could use more evidence.
Yes!
Yes! If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency.
On what ground? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Objection!
Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues.
I beg your pardon?
You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request.
Just... The youngsters these days are forever asserting their right. It's a most disturbing trend.
What a fucking sentence. Oh my god. These youngsters in there, what do they call them? Their rights? Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. The medical record has been entered. Take a look. What we need right now is new clues. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Yeah. Just a medical report card. That's it. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you.
You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you've forgotten, that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Kurokuta-san.
Yes!
See if I can get more evidence from going back a bit more. Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time. But I've told you already, that's only because I picked it up off the floor.
Well, obviously, as a culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away.
I had just finished drinking my coffee, and I was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, bang. A gunshot rang in my ears.
Full of evidence that's beyond our control, life is.
Sorry? What do you mean?
In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament.
He's got a knife with him.
Whereas, conversely, I failed to pick up the cobalt from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result.
Is he, like, allowed to just, like, have that in here?
Sure.
Anyway, the fact remains. Myself, I did see you. With pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner.
I mean, Cosmo does have a sword. That is true, Daisy, which I hope you're doing good, by the way. But I've not seen him, like, unsheath his sword yet. No, it's not the same thing at all. For a start, I didn't fire that gun. We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. I don't think so.
Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked.
Did you?
Did you see it? Did you see me blink?
How could I?
Sorry.
And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink. So there you have it.
To have what? Tension. The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving that gun at the Englishman.
I think that says it all. Don't you?
Huh?
And let us not forget that the antique dealer witnessed the accused in the most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Kurokuta-san?
Well, I have all the evidence I could get.
Time to enter your mind, pal.
Let's see, the business card, crime scene photograph, medical report card. Report card might just be, well, no, because if I just got the report card, the That would mean I would have to get it in order to progress, because then I could miss it, and that would not be the case. Found from Hotel Clinic in the victim's pocket. Hang on. I think it was this one. Let me actually real quick. So I think this is the one I got the card from. A single beef steak.
Yes!
I love is just watching the truth. Excuse me. Okay. What is it that you want here, game?
You gotta play some logic chess.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's a different Ace Attorney.
No, it's this one, totally.
Yeah, totally. Excellent work, Inosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. Can't see that brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Oh, he's doing it for me. Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you can examine. Press X and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use the right stick to rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. Using the left stick. You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. So really it was just as simple as I just hadn't progressed far enough yet. The crosshairs start to pulsate. Press X to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there's something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. You need to use the right stick and the left stick and X to inspect any areas of the evidence that look suspicious. Oh, it actually gives you the text over it. Mr. John Wilson, Hoda Clinic. Oh, this is fun. I wonder if this is like what it was on 3DS, but it just showed like a different screen. And so because it's now like a single screen, they show like their art basically. It says Hoda Clinic on this medical report card. I hate clinics, almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life. I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had this hideous injection in my right arm. I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life. Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. God, he is really into Phoenix. Just like insane, just this insane like durability or just like something like ridiculous about them. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything. Oh, hello. What's going on over here? Oh. It's in words. I can't read this. It's in Japanese. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Well, it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure, until anesthetic effects have passed. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Yeah, I say 3 hours. So then, he can't have been eating that soon afterwards. And or he wasn't the one eating. With this new info, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. So, I think it's time to listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. So he can't have been eating. Dining all by himself. He can't have been dining because he wasn't allowed to be dining.
Well,
Hello?
Yes!
Well, I think,
About what are you withering, lad? No, withering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer?
I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbles on words occasionally. Under these circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. I can see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. And you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully. You knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright. Thanks for the advice. Korakuda-san, this is the medical report card belonging to the victim.
Ah, I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy?
Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up.
Objection!
Dear me, have you forgotten a word? Forgotten my word so soon, you amateur?
Sorry, what?
You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel.
But
Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant.
Grr, but that's Remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point.
Sorry.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies the court has heard has been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who...
This medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that?
What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. How did you slap without making a pitiful sound? Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Hota Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted?
What's this now?
And furthermore... Yeah... If I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating... Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? No! That can't...
Korakuda-san.
What, boy? What?
As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
No!
Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. That cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we know now, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Expertly done, partner. I was like really seeing like the Phoenix like coming through with him there.
What is this nonsense, you little upstart?
Though I say the Phoenix, but like I know the idea is like this is like his ancestor. Like Phoenix is, I guess, like either like his grandfather, like great grandfather or something. It's basically someone who is related to Phoenix, but just like well before Phoenix's time. Is like my understanding. And I can kind of really see like, you know, because I know like in Japan, he's called like what he's like something Naruhodo for Phoenix. So like this guy being Naruhodo was like, oh, it's kind of like, I guess, in reference to that. Oh, I think he's got like the same face too, just a very different haircut.
These are baseless accusations. Just look at the photographic evidence. You can clearly see that the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic?
How dare you?
I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. He's so lame.
The turns have tabled.
Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yes, most definitely. So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? The court...
Ryunosuke, clearly, he was very...
Very hungry. The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel.
Eat your beef, Ryunosuke. And then, like, arrow pointing to it, veal.
Ryunosuke would be Phoenix's great or great-great-grandfather. Okay. Counsel. Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright. The answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been an as of yet unknown third person. Me. I want that steak. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
Objection!
You will not let this go, will you? There's no such person.
Yes!
Yes. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet, we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial, relentlessly. Kazuma?
Are you insane? You would take on the government?
Don't worry, Counsel. I have no issue with you.
Oh, what do you mean?
I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand.
What?
What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And, since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing.
Complicit in murder? No!
Hold it. Negative. There was no mention of this at all at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders.
That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us.
Someone's got a bit of a blabbermouth.
Oh.
What? What did you just say, Kurikuta-san?
Oh, no.
You were just following orders?
Now, hold on, lad. I was,
Say you never saw the gentlewoman? When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with the lady from overseas? What?
Objection!
What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements. Is this true, you pair?
I will say I haven't really commented on it yet. I do kind of appreciate this game having a sort of multiple people you have to cross-examine. I think that's actually kind of neat, honestly. It's still part of one giant cross-examination, but it's just a cross-examination of one character turning into multiple, which is interesting, and I imagine that might be a gimmick of this going forward from here. Just one simple slip of the tongue. Order! Counsel, explain what's going on here. It's painfully clear now. You try to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth.
Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
I'd like multiple witnesses come back in a later game if we ever get one. Ace Attorney 7 will happen eventually. It's just kind of one of those, it's kind of rough, because, Ace Attorney's in kind of, the spot Mega Man is in right now, where they just kind of keep re-releasing what's already there, and not really making anything new. Though, maybe not the best example with Mega Man, because at least Mega Man 11 came out, 7 or 8 years ago? Though I feel you, Daisy. I really want an Athena game. I love Athena. God, I enjoyed Spirit of Justice, but that game had a severe lack of Athena in it. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? That's true, yeah, there's no Layton vs. Wright re-release.
But they also don't release Layton.
That's also true, yeah. That might be why, because there's might be some weird things with level 5 and the rights to Layton or something, I don't know. I mean, we are at least getting a new Layton game, though. No, Layden's level 5, I believe. That sounds correct. So it's like Capcom and level 5, working together to make Layden versus Wright. That game I know had a different Phoenix VA because it was the original guy. Then there was Sam Riegel as of Dual Destinies and Beyond. Though I know recently they did patch the Ace Attorney trilogy, so now you have Sam Riegel Phoenix in those, which is interesting.
Well,
That's classified. I love the baby pulling his mustache. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You want it. This can't be happening. Ryunosuke. Judging from the way... Ryunosuke. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Ouchie had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to with that kind of influence, there's only a handful of possibilities. It only been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose.
That's like all the same thing.
Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? We can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. We need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. So seeing KV's comment, Mega Man 11 was 2018, the second Great Ace, which was the last new one, was 2017. Okay. God, we haven't had a new Ace Attorney in like almost like, what, 9 years as of next year? Jesus, that's a long time. Also, yo, what's up, Dish? Hope you're doing good, dude. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Also, hi, Min. I hope you're doing good, too. Evidence that proves whoever it really was did wield his or her power here. But how? How could we possibly... Remember how we made progress before? We examined a piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe.
please, wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing.
And what does the defense have to say about all this? Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first thing that comes into my head. Breathe, Ryunosuke, breathe. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is... Aside from the prosecution... Necessary influence...
Yeah, you were told to re-examine everything.
Mm-hmm.
Can you even see that on the screen?
I cannot. No, I have to pick a character. However, they said influence. I don't think it's as simple as just a simple waiter.
Yes!
There. What do you make of that? I think, Counsel, that you may want to close your ears as well as your eyes. Otherwise, the sigh of disappointment in this courtroom may very well deafen you. You feel you must close your eyes in a crisis. Might I suggest you keep your mouth shut next time, too? Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
My job.
I'm sorry.
Otherwise, I may have to use the influence I have in this courtroom to shut it permanently.
Sorry, I was like on like autopilot there.
Go to the court rec.
Alright, court record.
Since you can't look at the court rec here on the other screen.
God, sorry, this line. I don't know what it is with that prosecutor exactly, but he really makes me wince in pain sometimes. Okay, so I think I overthought that one. I thought it really was just as simple as just the fucking... Oh, Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonoga. Wait, what?
Because you couldn't examine before. But now, since you got the examine tutorial, it's like, hey, look at everything.
Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonoga. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected. It's his job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonoga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. Let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're winning it somehow here. Oh. So it looks like no matter what, I'm supposed to fail that one, huh? No matter what I pick.
Unless you examined before that,
Okay.
which you didn't.
Okay, gotcha. I don't have a great deal of influence myself, but believe me, I can find other ways to make you keep your mouth shut as well. And see, I was thinking the waiter as well, but I was just like, no, am I like? I thought like, wait, no. What if it's like actually like a big twist or whatever with like, our what was it? I thought it was like a big fucking twist or something. It was like, oh, it's actually like Mikotoba. It's like someone with influence. And it's like, no, it's not that simple. I think you might be overthinking that one. Alright, don't get angry. I'll think again. There must be a clue somewhere in all that evidence in the court record. Actually, now I think about it, there might be some pieces of evidence I haven't even thoroughly examined yet. And what does the defense have to say about all this, I already saw this. So, I guess if I, like, get to this point here for, like, let's say, picking a name, but, like, I don't go to my court record prior, then, like, I guess even if I pick Hosonoga, it doesn't matter, because I don't have the evidence for it, right? That's what I'm assuming, at least.
Yes!
I think it'll just pass you through.
Okay. Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonoga-san. Hosonoga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier?
Objection!
Poppycock! What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence.
For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter. See, my logic came, he was like, well, he's a professor. Professors have influence. Which, you know.
What? If he truly were...
Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth. The truth about the Satoru Hosonoga-san's real identity, as proven by this evidence. Oh, and I guess here would be like where you could examine and then modify it. If you hadn't already.
Yes!
The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. This is, by the way, this is so fucking careless of Hosonoga. Like, this is insanely careless.
Well, that's why he was stammering her. He didn't
Yeah.
want to give it away.
Yeah. Because he's like, aw, shit.
He was like, oh, they won't take this in as evidence. I'll just show them the map and then be on my merry way.
Or perhaps I should have said the front. Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is.
It's the front of the card. It's the middle of the card.
Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say?
Turn it around.
Hosonoga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession. His true profession. The waiter's profession? But that's surely... Good gracious. That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
What? The waiter is a police detective? I hadn't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
I like bundling my connection there, I'm sorry. The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. Absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand? Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well... Oh? What's up, waiter? It's Inspector Hosonoga. Oh, now you're here with us too. Interesting.
I was worried like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility.
The court will take this plan and add to the court record as evidence.
Well...
I just love his stammering. Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
Of course. Here you are.
Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card.
I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake.
So, you mean to say you really are a detective?
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Ah, of course. Your salary must be terrible.
I was working undercover.
That's so out of pocket, Ryunosuke. Undercover?
Yes. There has been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover.
Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? His salary cutting noise in the distance, for real. I mean, this man's salary is about to be cut, like, you know, permanently soon if he's going to be found guilty. No more salary for you, buddy.
That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide.
Very well then, Inspector Hosonoga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court.
Of course, Your Excellency.
We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would have also been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you require these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct?
Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable. As I suspected. Bang. As soon as I heard the gunshots.
Shot you.
Bang.
As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victims... slump in his chair. Sorry? The victim sat slump in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student.
Oh, sorry. God, what is going on, dude? That's like the third blip I've had tonight for like a second. That's so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hope it's like just like a Twitch side thing or something, but no, maybe it's
It's
just,
just one of those days on Twitch.tv.
I mean, it might just be my internet doing that, honestly. Which is still annoying. I mean, I guess I have fiber now, yes, but it's not gonna be like, you know, it's not gonna be like perfect, obviously, either.
I mean, my bitrate was, like I said earlier, my bitrate was going crazy on my stream.
Like, is that-
Sitting opposite the victim at the table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman.
I think I'm gonna give that old router a good old kick later, I think. So the truth comes out.
Bruno Mars is gay.
Bruno Mars is gay.
I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Special orders? You mean to say...
Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once.
But who gave you those orders? And where do the orders come from?
It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed.
And so Ryunosuke seeing her was actually really bad.
Those were my orders.
But what if this English woman was the killer?
I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question.
So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? Yuma University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young Englishwoman. What?
You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
You mean...
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first.
The court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector.
The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Jezebel Brett.
Miss Giselle Brett.
She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yuma University's medical faculty.
What is happening here?
I love every incarnation of Winston Payne just has like just the entire plot just happening around them and they just can't do anything about it. It's just like, yeah, it's going to happen.
I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene. And ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to Your Excellency to decide how to deal with this situation.
Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, there would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
Objection!
But Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send a telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be displeased by such action.
Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom. Inspector Hosonoga.
Yes, sir.
You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency.
At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly.
So, it won't be a problem? Yo, the fists?
Nothing will get in my way.
Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student, Giselle Brett, to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Your Excellency!
Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. To be continued. To be continued.
Full Metal Alchemist.
God.
Someone make a mod for the PC version where it just says Full Metal Alchemist instead of to be continued.
Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, well, I mean, that's not the first time I think I've seen it to be continued in the first case. Supreme Court of Justice. Full Metal Alchemist. I'll probably go back to the title for right now, though. I just saved it, it's fine. But yeah, I think honestly, like, if it's okay, I actually might want to stop right here for the time being. Just kind of go at this kind of slowly, but like, just kind of like, you know, go at my own pace, basically. And like, I'm liking what I'm playing so far, honestly. I think just, I'm very intrigued by like what like is being planted in terms of like the seeds of the story with like this sort of like question of like the government, this sort of like, I guess like good relations between like what is I guess basically like the British Empire and like Japan. So it's very like interesting, and I'm curious as to how that's gonna like evolve as like time goes on. I will also fully admit as well, the reason I didn't go for like the entire case, I also didn't sleep the greatest last night before I had to go into work this morning, so that's immediately also kind of why I'm feeling a little out of it. But honestly, I'm looking forward to playing more of this, like genuinely. It's gonna be probably like my main thing for like a while there. Just like trying to stream it like throughout the week. So yeah, it's hard to have like dedicated days for it because unfortunately my work schedule is very sporadic. Like, I have a lot of like mornings coming up soon, but I could just be working a lot of nights soon as well. So it's really hard to say, but I'm gonna want to try and save Ace Attorney nights for like evenings. So there'll definitely be a lot of like side projects going on like as I progress through Ace Attorney here. But that is the current plan basically. But I am gonna try and stream something tomorrow night as well. Maybe it might be more Ace Attorney. maybe it'll be more, or rather, maybe it might be something else. I don't know. But I mean, I
Can't
would.
wait to get to my Grimble Gimble de Gimble Bubba. The best character in anything.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna either try and do this tomorrow or perhaps like, I know for a fact I do not work Tuesday. I know for a fact I'm also off, or rather, not off, but I open like Monday and Wednesday, so I could also do Ace Attorney those nights as well potentially. So it's gonna be a lot of just kind of like try and just do that whenever I can. I know, Peter, like in your case, obviously, like how you like came by to help out with like, you know, voicing characters. I appreciate that, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually quite nice. I don't know how like open your schedule typically is, obviously.
I am poor and don't have a job.
All right, fair enough. Then I'll probably see you around for a lot of these then.
Yeah.
I'm basically kind
So it
of.
gives me
Oh, go ahead.
an excuse to finish the chapter one because I have not beat this game yet.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, then I guess like, you know, should probably finish it while like I'm going through it, so like, you know, can catch up.
Well, there's ZA the play.
There is ZA to play. That is true. I mean, I just finished my ZA playthrough finally, though I haven't done post game at all. But I did finish like the main game finally. It was good. I enjoy. But yeah, guys, thank you all for being here. Though I really do appreciate it. Like I said, had a really good time. Really intrigued. Wait for a certain character to show up, then I jump scare you and voice them, but you didn't get to them tell so good. Yeah. As it turns out, whenever you like voice all the dialogue for a visual novel game like this, definitely makes it go by a bit slower. Is that a bad thing though? Nah, not at all. I'm here to vibe, have a good time with it. And you know what? I'm cool with that. Dice on the voice too. Yeah, I definitely found myself drinking a bit more water than usual during the stream. So I'm gonna definitely be preparing like extra bottles in the future of just like, yeah, I'll probably be voicing. I mean, considering I was like voicing like what, like Ryunosuke, Kazuma, the judge, the drill sergeant dude.
We had equally the same amount of characters.
Yeah, which is fun. And like, you know, if we get more people in the future, like it's a bit less taxing on all of us, obviously. Not to say just like, please join me for co-coms, guys, please. More so just like, if people want to come and vibe and like just like, you know, just hang and stuff while I do this. That'd be awesome. I love that. Love the... Basically what I'm trying to say is, like, I love seeing folks around here, and I love seeing you guys here, so thank you all for being here. So yeah, stream tomorrow. Not sure what yet. Might be more Ace Attorney. I want to do a first impression stream sometime soon. Like, there's a couple things I'd like to do, but I'm also... I might... It's a weird feeling, right? Because I want to do a first impressions of like a couple games I have, like Pirate Yakuza, or what's the other one? Metaphor. I mean, the reason why I didn't do Persona 4 tonight was because I want to do Metaphor soon, so it might be a Metaphor first impressions pretty soon. Maybe sometime like next week. I don't know if I want to just like be like all of a sudden tomorrow, like, yo, Metaphor first impressions right now. Like, I don't know if I want to. I don't think I want to do that, obviously. It'd be a bit
Metaphor
too
might be the best Atlas game.
I've heard it's really good. Like people keep telling me I would love it, and I'm just like, I know I will love it. I like Persona, I like SMT. So yeah. But yeah, after stream stuff, Discord. Check out the Discord. Check out the socials, my Twitter, my Blue Sky, my VOD channel, and check out the Throne if you want to help support the stream in any way, shape, or form. With that out of the way, though, let's go find our raid targets. Who is currently going? Though I think I actually did see somebody start leaving their stream earlier. Yes, actually. Okay, they're still going. Okay, I mean, they just started, so I hope they're still going. What are we raiding with, though? Gosh, there was something that was, like, really funny earlier. What was it? Fuck.
Kazuma's in Ryunosuke's out-of-pocket lines.
What was just the homoerotic tension between Kazuma and Ryunosuke?
There is no subtext, it's just text. There is no gay subtext, it's just text. There we go.
There you go. All right. we're gonna go raid Alive, who's currently playing Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Her and Meds are playing together right now. I know they've kind of complained a little bit because the co-op segments are not as plentiful as they probably should be, but they are playing through it together. So let's go give them a raid, guys. Again, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Strain tomorrow, don't know what. Honestly, I might actually do Kingdom Hearts tomorrow. I've been kind of in a Kingdom Hearts mood lately. Maybe just not commit to a full playthrough, but just kind of just vibe and play Kingdom Hearts or something. I kind of do some
I'm
Kingdom
play
Hearts.
Dream Drop Distant.
Hell yeah. And I was actually kind of thinking 1, admittedly, but we'll see.
Time to play 0.2, a fragmentary pass.
I mean, I like 0.2. That's a pretty short game, but yeah. I like all the games. I don't hate a single Kingdom Hearts game, honestly. I like them all for different reasons. But I really should finish Recoded. God, oh, you know what? I think that was a game actually I wanted to finish last for sure this year was Recoded. Because I actually have never finished it.
You probably hurry up while the raid's still active.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Peter, for joining. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll see y'all later. Y'all have yourselves a good rest of your night. Bye.